Yo, what's up, everyone? I got something monumentally stupid that I want to do today. This is what's finally bringing me back into making another video. So we got Elden Ring. We're staring at Elden Ring. There might be mild spoilers, but I mean like very mild. I've played the PC port for like a little over 5 hours now, so super mild stuff. What I want to talk about today is ray tracing. And now, I know what you're thinking. Are you mad? Are you dumb? Do you not understand technology? A couple of those may be true. So, as we may know, PS5 Series X version, they do have ray tracing support. It's very okay. It looks great. It's a ray traced ambient occlusion. Really wish they would just have an actual 30 FPS limiter on it. That would honestly make it a pretty good mode. They don't. It's just uncapped as always. FromSoft is pretty bad about either having a like frame rate lock to begin with, a frame rate cap. Sorry, it's been a minute. Or, you know, if they do have a 30 FPS cap, it's unstable. It's, you know, delivering frames at uneven times. So here's where this idea got started. I want to use ray tracing on the Steam Deck with Elden Ring. Now, legitimately, do I actually want to play with what I'm about to do? No, not at all. But is this fun and stupid and a nice experiment? Absolutely. So I've got this all set up in kind of a janky way right now. Right now, I need the home key. My keyboard's, you know, very far away from me. My Bluetooth keyboard, the home button, doesn't seem to want to work. I mapped it to R3 for now, which is really funny because I started getting attacked when I started recording this. And I forgot that I changed what R3 was because I was like, R3 is not an important button. It doesn't do anything in this game. I forgot that's the lock-on button. That really threw me for a loop. But I need the home button on a keyboard right now. If you're on a Steam Deck, super easy to put your home button somewhere, or if you have a keyboard connected. But there's also a version of this mod where you don't need the home button. But before I get any farther, this is all thanks to this mod. Let me do my hotkeys. So this is right on Nexus Mods, uploaded by this guy. Not even going to try to pronounce the name, sorry, but this is actually like super impressive. This is super useful to really cool. This is built in upscaling support either through DLSS, FSR, or Intel's XeSS, along with FSR3 frame generation. So there's many really important and good uses you could get out of this. It was super easy to run. It works super well from the little bit I tested so far. It's just, as soon as I installed this, that light bulb went off and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do something stupid with this. So you can install this on Windows or Linux. Just make sure you follow what they're saying here. You cannot play this with the normal online servers because FromSoft does not like, either FromSoft or it's Bandai Namco that doesn't like you running like any mods online. So you will probably either be playing on a private server or offline if you're using this. For now, I'm just going to play offline with the FSR just because I want to use it. So this is like actual built-in like FSR support instead of using something like the Steam Deck's entire screen FSR. Wow, it has been a minute since I've done something like this. But, you know, instead of FSR just upscaling everything on the screen as just the entire window. So like, you know, UI including and stuff like that. And there's a reason why I don't really want to use that right now. So we're going to go through all the steps on how I even came to this point, and then we're going to go to stupid stuff. So for now, let's turn off. I have to be able to see. That would be really helpful. Let me pull up a window for myself. Okay, there it is. Perfect. Okay, so right now we're going to turn off FSR3 completely. That way this is going to be raw 1080p. Okay, so we got raw 1080p happening. Let me press the, okay, and then if I press a button on my keyboard, or do I have to click the screen again? Okay. This is so dumb how I have this set up. Okay, so I'm playing this docked. I'm, you know, obviously running Elden Ring at 1080p isn't really going to happen with a stable frame rate. So let me just show you what settings I'm running. Mostly medium. Anti-aliasing at high. Low is fine, but high looks much better, and it didn't seem to have that major of a performance impact. And with reflection quality and water surface quality, it's either high or low. So for now, I was keeping those low. I could test this more in depth later. If you're playing portably, let me give you some actual practical advice. Run all these settings, run it at 800p, or 720p rather, technically, but run it at 800p and just cap the frame rate at 30. That's super reasonable. You'll here. We'll go to 720p for a second. Look at that. Look at your frame rate graph. Look at those that even line. It's beautiful. Now the frame time's a little, we're not going to worry about that, but this is super reasonable. And when you're playing it on handheld, this looks phenomenal. This is great. Honestly, I was expecting this to run worse. This runs pretty well, but I think I'm only saying that because of the super easy like frame rate limiter you can do on top of things with Linux, but more specifically with SteamOS, since that's what I'm most familiar with. So yeah, if you're playing this, my God, this is such a mess how I have this going on. Okay. If you're playing this portably, just run it at 720p. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Okay. Excellent. Because that was probably actually affecting the capture card's audio. So run this at 720p, cap your frame rate at 30. I'm sure you could get it to 40 by lowering the resolution more and maybe actually using, you know, the built-in FSR, like running at like 540p. But to me, that's not worth it. I'd rather just have a stable 30. Now, here's something just peculiar that I seem to like. I don't like running the Souls games or anything at above 30. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm usually such a stickler for FPS, for frame rate. But like even when I played the Demon Souls remake, I just kept it in the 4K 30 mode the whole time. Something is wrong with my brain. I don't know why I prefer it for this. I really don't. But like I'm okay with 30 FPS. I feel like that's a reasonable expectation for a portable console in Elden Ring. But obviously, play with it yourself. Try what you want. You could probably lower the resolution, get a higher frame rate and stuff. It's just I think we're very limited by like raw resolution as far as frame rate is concerned here, which is probably pretty obvious when I put it up to 1080p. So let's talk about again for a second what I was doing, since I was also playing this docked on my portable monitor, or if you know you're using your TV and your Steam Deck. So at first I was running it at 900p with the same, you know, the same settings I just showed off, and it is mostly okay. It honestly, it doesn't even look that bad. 900p, 30 FPS, it's okay. But this is, see, I got to this area and I started getting dips, and that's when I was starting to think about like, is there an FSR mod for this? I thought I read about one at some point, and I was right, and it's very useful, but we'll get to that in a second. So say I'm running, and we're going to stare off here so we actually get 30 FPS. Okay, say I wanted to use the Steam Deck's actual FSR, built-in FSR support. So let us go down to wrong thing. Yes, perfect. Okay, let's start using some FSR. Okay, so this should be functioning. FSR is not functioning because it's in borderless window. Yes. Hold on. Let's do this properly. Full screen. Yes, FSR. Yeah, okay, FSR is on. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. But what you'll notice, what I was noticing, is because once you get to a certain point with upscaling to certain resolutions, it definitely starts to get harder on, like, you know, the hardware than it is for it to be worth it as far as how much it's straining it to upscale to, like, say 1080p. If you're trying to upscale it to 4K, just give up, stop doing that. Not a smart idea. There's certain scenarios where that may be okay, but Elden Ring is not the scenario for that. It's okay. Honestly, I'm getting a better result with it than I was expecting right now, because I was just testing, you know, earlier on in the game, but it's not like super stable or anything. We're still getting some bad dips here and there. It's not going to solve the problem. We could lower it to like 720p. Like this is another reasonable option for somebody. Sorry, we are at 720p. Oh my God. I forgot I was still at 720p. Well, see, that's 720p with upscaling. I'm so full of it. What I was doing, now this is going to actually make my point proper. Yes, 900p with FSR to 1080. That makes so much more sense. That's what I was talking about. It has been way too long since I've done something. So obviously there's just not enough headroom GPU wise to upscale the 1080p from 900p with the current settings and trying to actually hit 30 FPS. You see our frame times are completely screwed. It should not look like a heartbeat at all. 720p, that was actually kind of okay. But again, that's almost too low of a resolution for me to want to upscale from if you're talking about, like, especially like a bigger TV and stuff. So as you see with 900p, we're starting to take the frame rate like too much. So I would say let's turn that off, and our frame rate's going to start going back up, right? So, but it's still not perfect here. This area is still kind of heavy. We're almost at 30, but not quite at 900p. But yeah, if you're playing portably, 720p, you're fine, totally fine. Obviously with FSR upscaling, the higher the resolution you're trying to upscale to, the harder it is. That's why it makes way more sense for more portable cases. But unless you're playing something like super light and it like doesn't have native options for like above 720 or above 1080 or something, there are use case scenarios for FSR even with like a 4K TV through the Steam Deck. This is just not one of them. So, and the other problem with that is obviously it's applying FSR to the entire image, which I understand why it doesn't have actually any back end into the game processing the 3D display itself. It's just upscaling the image, the entire image. So you're going to get like your UI at 900p upscaled as opposed to like a game's built-in FSR support where you like the UI will be rendered at native res while your actual 3D graphics, your actual things that are being processed that are heavy are going to render at a lower resolution and upscale. Okay, all that to say is having actual built-in FSR support is great. So let's go to 1080p, which that we can see that frame rate again. So 1080p, because that's all my capture card can do. If you see extra drops that the frame rate's not telling you, that's because my capture card is absolutely fantastic and it drops frames like if I set it above 720p. But I want to make sure you're getting that raw 1080p. So you're going to get like extra drops in the video on top of it, but GameScope doesn't lie. So 1080p, we're getting like 23 FPS. Still, considering the hardware that this is and the settings that I'm using, that's still like kind of crazy. So let me press my R3 now home button since I don't have a lock on anymore and actually dabble in the built-in FSR with that mod. So I'm not worried about frame gen right now, especially at 30 FPS. You do not want to do that. That is bad. Okay, so I think I was trying for balanced and we're actually getting like a better frame rate. And it's still, I think the image quality, normally I don't like sharpening too much. I really don't, as you saw by like FSR scaling, or the sharpness through Steam. But with something like balanced, I feel like it starts to get a little too oh wow, this Bluetooth keyboard is not great. Let me click the sharpness. Yeah, so it might be kind of hard to see through the YouTube video and stuff like that, but I think it ends up being maybe a tiny bit too sharp or soft. So I feel like a little bit of sharpening, just a tiny bit like that, really kind of goes a long way without like completely wrecking the image and making it too jagged and stuff. So like we can actually get some okay frame rates at 1080 with balanced, and I think it looks quite nice, honestly. If we're just kind of like walking through here and stuff, I'm going to try not to like fight anything because I don't have a lock on, but even then there are still some frames that are dropping and stuff. It's still, you know, upscaling to 1080p, but obviously easier than native 1080p. And it's not like balance is the only, oh goodness. Yeah, this is what we're doing. Okay. See, we even gotten a little bit of a skirmish there, but that doesn't mean you're going to go lower. You're going to go like performance or something like that. That probably actually would clear up that frame rate. Yeah. Yeah. We're probably still going to get some stutters here and there just because, you know, it is Elden Ring. But see, I think for something like this, because I do feel like this game's kind of slower paced. Like I said, usually I'm a huge stickler for completely solid FPS, but I think personally for me, I'd be totally okay with just hitting that balance. Nope, I hit performance again. Hitting that balance. Nope. Oh my God. Because there's also like a lag with my display capture, and then I'm still trying to use this Bluetooth keyboard on top of it. I feel like I said, this area seemed pretty heavy. I feel like I would just kind of take it, walk through this area with a couple drop frames like that, and just live with it, because I feel like this is a very good balance. But that's just me. Try this mod yourself. It does support like an HDR pipeline as well, which like my portable monitor has. If you're on an OLED, you'll have HDR as well. Your TV probably has HDR at this point. So make sure you actually enable that if you're going to use that and you're using HDR. So I can't do HDR through my capture card because this thing was found in the dumpster behind a Taco Bell. So this is great. This is an actual practical use case scenario for built-in FSR support through this mod. We're getting some crazy awesome frame times over there. Let's not even worry about that. But this mod really is impressive. And like, especially like if you're like on a desktop or something and you're like maybe struggling to hit 4K or something, something like this could be incredibly helpful if you don't mind not playing online and stuff. I think I'll probably go back and forth and stuff, but or, you know, even if you have just like a lower end desktop and you're just trying to maybe hit 1080 or maybe hit 1440, you know, you could try this. It's also NVIDIA cards. It does have DLSS. So that is an option. If you have Intel, even if you don't have Intel or AMD, you can do FSR or Intel XeSS. You can try frame gen, which like I said, at 30 FPS, I'm not worried about that right now. Let's not get out of scope for this video. I am tempted, but let's not do that because this is none of what I'm talking about. I just wanted to preface this with everything important because once I started messing around with this upscaling, I was like, wait, I have such a good idea. So yes, Elden Ring, PS5, Series X, it does have ray tracing support. It's ray trace ambient occlusion. Frame rate's unstable on both, but the PC version also has ray tracing. This is a Steam Deck, right? This should not be able to handle that in any way, shape, or form unless you're Doom Eternal, because for some reason that game could run on like a potato and still do ray tracing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run some Elden Ring with some ray tracing on the Steam Deck. Is it gonna be practical? No. Is it stupid? Yes. Is it fun? Absolutely, in my opinion. And if you don't think it's fun, unfortunately, I just kind of think you're wrong. So you do need to like reset back to the title screen when you do this. I'm telling you right now, I tried setting the ray tracing to low. I still had it at 1080p with like my balanced performance, FSR upscaling, the mods. No, it just crashed immediately. It was really funny. So we're going to go to 720p. We're going to do low ray tracing, which is still ridiculous. And that means we're going to have to, some settings can't be applied. I should have just quit to the menu there. We're going to quit game. Go back to this. This is going to be so stupid. It might crash again. I don't know. It's like, this definitely doesn't have the headroom to be running ray tracing. But again, this is the kind of stupid stuff I want to do. Okay, so let's get back into this area. I'm sure there's heavier areas. Like I said, I did play for a while in the Series X before getting the PC port. I'm dumb and I have ADHD. But for where I'm at in the game, this just seemed like an area that started dropping frames, and that's why I started to think about it. Okay, so we do actually have low ray tracing on. And as far as the PC port's concerned, I don't know if it's just ambient occlusion still. My guess would be probably. We could actually probably figure that out real quick. You're gonna chill right there just for a second. Elden Ring PC ray tracing. What kind of ray tracing is this? So let's see, lighting a shadow. Is it with it? Doesn't tan. Because I want to say that it's still just ray tracing ambient occlusion. I think it is. I think it's ambient occlusion still, just ambient occlusion, but I could be wrong. If somebody else knows, please tell me. I actually really do want to know. Let me pull up my overlay again. Okay. So I think it's still just ambient occlusion, but obviously like the performance even on the PS5 and Series X, they're running at a way higher resolution, probably higher settings. But obviously the frame rate's still not very good with those, but we are at least running with a frame rate with, ray tracing, which is ridiculous. So now, is 16 FPS playable? No, that's absurd. That's absurd. I understand it's absurd. So let's try to, yes, let's get that. Let's get that back. We need to upscale from a lower resolution, right? Right. Exactly. So we have ray tracing on. We're going to go performance. What are we getting at performance? We saw a slight increase. Okay, this is good. This is good. Okay, what about ultra performance? 20 FPS. Okay, that's almost cinematic. 24 FPS, 25. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're getting some. Oh, okay, at this point, this is probably the point where we want to turn off sharpening. Oh man, I don't know if it's better or worse with the sharpening. Okay, so maybe worse. Maybe worse with the sharpening. As if this is an actual serious thing to consider. No, we're gonna keep the sharpening on. Okay, so we're still not hitting 30 FPS. And if you see our frame time, it's not great. It's not great. Okay, so 720p is a little out of the question, right? But what about if you're playing on the portable screen, right? And you literally do not care about battery life whatsoever. What about 540p? Now, see, this is where I started to not test anymore. I just started doing this for a little bit. I was like, oh my God, I have to do something with this. Okay, now we're upscaling ultra performance 540p. Still just hitting 20s. Oh, a nice drop to 8 FPS there. Okay, this is, wait, oh, look at that. We're up to 30. Now, this is probably rendering at like 144p, but we got ray tracing going on at 30 FPS. Heck yeah. Okay. Not bad, not bad. You know what? I want to go, no. I want this to run at 30 FPS here. I want it to. What's the lowest resolution I can go? I can go I can't go much like lower than 540p. Okay, what? Because 800 by 600 is not 16 by 9. What is, okay, what is 864 by 486? I just need to find out the aspect ratio of that real quick. Let's see, 864 by, let's see, 486. What aspect ratio? That is a, wow, that is a bizarre aspect ratio. You know what? Never got points for not trying. Okay. Is this helpful at all? We probably dropped a couple pixels. No. Honestly, not worth it. Now, the thing is, you know, you gotta be like a little bit of a snob here. You know, I'm still gonna keep my settings at medium and my anti-aliasing at high. Well, should I turn that to low? It's not gonna make an appreciable difference. Because, you know, we're turning on ray tracing. We don't want to lower our settings, right? You know, you still want your medium and some high settings, right? Of course, of course. So yeah, we're getting like 20 FPS here. It's not great. Like I said, probably rendering it maybe 144. Not sure. I guess this is where frame gen could come in handy. You're going to get the worst possible input lag possible, but hold on. We're all about science here. Maybe. Okay, so this is getting completely out of my control. Okay, is this going to crash? Is this going to be okay? Frame gen time. Is anything going to happen with this? Or is it just too or can I just not frame gen with the Steam Deck on that way? Oh, a restart is required to apply. Oh, we're so in. We're frame genning 20 FPS. Oh, we got this. Okay. I'm excited. So I got to restart. What kind of a restart? Like full return to desktop kind of restart or just quit game kind of restart? You know what? I want to make sure this is done right. Yeah, let's get some frame gen going on. Let's get all the way up to 30 FPS. Is that quitting to the desktop? I'm not even sure. Yeah, well, yeah, it is. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. Let's make sure, you know, save file gets uploaded. That's important. Okay. I'm excited for this. This is going to be pure stupidity. You could probably do this portably too. Well, I meant, of course you can. I'm just thinking about it. Does at any point, does it become practical on the 800p screen? I think no, but this is for science at this point. Let's hope it doesn't crash. Okay. This is good. Okay. Overlays, good. Oh yeah, we got frame gen going on. Oh yeah, this is so dumb. Oh, okay. I'm still going to keep the 30 FPS for cat for now. I know frame gen doesn't work like at all like that properly. Oh my God. We're getting somewhere. As long as the graph says 30, that's all we're going to care about. This is going to be a monumental amount of input lag between my display and then looking through it through OBS and this capture card. This is going to be incredible. You're not even ready for this. We're going to get 30 FPS ray tracing. Let's go. Oh my God, we actually are. You're kidding. Now, it's definitely like 30 FPS as in it's like half the game speed. Okay, I understand. We don't want to be limiting this then. Disable frame rate. What are we getting? Oh, look at us go. Look at us go. We got frame gen. We got ray tracing. This is horrible. This is horrendous. Oh my God. But we're actually getting a line that says at least above 30. Oh my God. Oh, yeah, there's probably some ray traced ambient occlusion going on here. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't lock on. I don't need to lock on. Okay. This is a mess. Oh my God. This is honestly like the science part of this, though. This is beautiful. Has anybody tried this before? If they have, I'm going to be really upset that I'm not the first person to try this. I at least am going to try to be the second person to try this. Okay. We're getting some above 30, which is probably really like 15 or 20. This is probably like 20 and then frame genning right now. Look how completely unstable our frame time graph is. And it's like both lines. These are just completely screwed. But we do have ray like we can probably kind of make out the ray traced ambient occlusion. Let's see. We got some yellow embers there. Oh man, this is a perfect little spot to do it in. And if I start, so we're ever going to get to a point when we're actually going to be able to get to 60? That's what I wonder. Let's just explore for a bit. Oh, 50, 20. Oh, drops 20, 54. Look, look, we've done it. We've done it. It went to 60 like once. Okay, I am kind of curious, and I'm sure some of you are. I feel like the area where you first kind of crawl out of the beginning is pretty iconic. I think there was there somewhere I kind of... Oh, yeah, I was right next to... I actually do really need to go get this. This was like almost 6,000 runes. Okay, yeah, where is it? It is the first step. That's perfect. Let's go. I want to see how this runs. Oh, this is so exciting. So glad to be back doing stupid shit like this. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. 13 FPS. Okay, that's fine. Okay, 42. 42. Yeah, yeah. 44. Oh, dropped to 20. Oh, this is such a mess. 55. Oh, here. Here, let's cheat a little bit. 60. See, we're getting... Oh, yeah. You didn't think you were going to see that, did you? We got 60 FPS ray tracing on the Steam Deck. But, like, so not really. But you know I'm putting that in the thumbnail. Absolutely. It's not clickbait if it happens for 1 millisecond. Oh, this is incredible. Yeah, see, look at this. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Looks like I'm looking at some sort of, like, mosaic. Oh, my God. But we are getting ray tracing. And it's running at a frame rate. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Is there anything else I have access to right now that's worth trying before I end this masterpiece of a video? Okay, what like, let's do some horseback riding. Come on, let's go. Let's see how it handles like actual traversal. So far, it's like, it's not... I mean, like, this is terrible. You would never want to play like this, but for science, this is important. My goodness. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. Now, if you could hit 40, you could probably actually do some legitimate okay frame gen. This is not it though. This is not how you should be using this at all, but that's exactly how I'm going to use it. Oh, this is great. Okay. One more area. We're going to go over. Yeah. What about around here? I think this area had some cool looking lighting and stuff like that. And kind of like a red sky. Let's go look at this. Very important. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh yeah. Look at our ray tracing. It's glorious. I'm just gonna pretend like they said that it couldn't be done. That way I could say I did it. They said it couldn't be done. I did it anyways. That's right. They tried to stop me. They tried to stop me from doing it. Oh, this is incredible. I finally hit like peak stupidity. This is really what it's all about. I can't even lock on. I'm not fighting that thing. Oh, this is incredible. Look at us. We got ray tracing as far as the eye can't see. Look at that, 60 FPS. We can pretend if we just stare. Just there. See? Look at that. It's not even clickbait at this point. We're actually getting 60. Don't mind that drop. Okay. This is really dumb. This is really fun. Come on, there's gotta be like one more area I want to look at. Gotta be something. Storm Hill. Oh, that had some cool wind stuff. I think somewhere around here, some wind effects and stuff. That might look... Yeah, War Master Check. Let's go there. Let's go there. Sorry, I'm having too much fun with this. At this point, this is just for me. I just want to do this. Loading times aren't bad with the solid state, you know. Gotta look at the positives here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There we go. Getting some cool wind effects. Trees are swaying. Got our ambient occlusion going on, most likely. This is excellent. See, and we got a little fire here. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, we hit 60. We hit 60 for like a millisecond. I bet you weren't prepped for that. Hold on to your seats. We might hit 60 one more time. Man, if only my capture card could do 120 hertz. Oh, I'd be trying. Okay. Or does this game not support frame rate higher than 60? No, at least normally. It might not. Oh, this is glorious. I honestly, I feel like fulfilled. This is my calling in life. It really is. I'm so glad to have done this. We got actual ray tracing going on. Okay. We got ray tracing going on. We got frame gen going on. It's time. We're bumping up the resolution. You know what? For science. We're going all the way. We'll start with 720p. Still performance. Or ultra performance. Okay. Still in the 40s. Still in the 40s. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. What about... I have a feeling I'm starting to ask for too much. 900? Okay. You're kidding. Okay. We're still getting something. Oh my god. This is starting to get into real dumb terror. Okay, I'm doing it. We're going to 1080. We're going to 1080. We got to do it. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay. Still getting kind of near 30. Oh my goodness. Now it's in slow motion at this point, but look at us go. Okay. Now, I hear what you're saying. You want the internal resolution to be higher. I got you. I got you. One step at a time. One step at a time. Performance. Crashing? No. Excellent. Okay. Balanced? Crashing? No. 22 FPS, so it's probably like 11. Look at this. This is downright beautiful. Okay. Now. Quality. Oh, this is glorious. Look at us go. Oh, man. Now. This could crash. Oh, should I just... let me just soak this in for a moment. Let's just soak in our 1080p FSR upscaled ray traced image. Oh, ray traced image, you know what I mean. Oh, it does look great. It really does. You could absolutely not play it like this though. We gotta get a good capture for the thumbnail, right? All right, let's turn on her performance just for a second. Let's just soak it in. Okay, see, we can do this. We can pretend. We can pretend. Oh man, this is the good stuff right here. Yeah. You don't need that frame time telling you nothing. It's nothing but sweet little lies. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm genuinely impressed. And I'm not kidding. Okay. Now we're going to try the really scary thing. We're turning off FSR. We're going straight native 1080. We're keeping frame gen though. Yes. Yes. Oh, can I say they said it couldn't be done again? Look at that. We got raw native 1080p with ray tracing. Let's ignore the frame gen. It's probably running at like, 8 to 9 FPS, but wait, maybe 10, maybe 10. Oh my goodness. Look at us go. Look at our frame time. Oh my God. This is the worst thing ever. Okay. Beautiful shot for the thumbnail. Come on. It's not clickbait. It's happening. You just don't know what frame rate it is. See, this isn't clickbait. This is really happening. This is really happening. Oh yeah. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is incredible. Yeah, look at us go. Look at us go. Yeah. This is good. Okay. That being said, I'm going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed this. This is exactly what I wanted to look through right now. I really hope you get some fun going through this video. I had a lot of fun making this and testing the different settings. I don't think it'll be too long a one. This is just a good quality time. So, hope you enjoyed your stay here. You saw the power, the real power of the Steam Deck. Glorious 18 FPS with frame gen, but we have ray tracing at native 1080p. I mean, on one hand, that is impressive, but this is also completely impractical and completely stupid, which is what I'm all about. Okay, that being said, I'll see you guys later.